What's up, VAPEFAM? How's everybody doing? Welcome to another show of the Ohm Kiwis coming at you from little old New Zealand. Hey, Megs. How you doing, girl?
Oh, don't even ask.
Don't even.
Smile and wave. That's all I'm doing today.
Oh, bless. Well, we didn't do last week's show, but here we're finally back again to get this review out, Megan. We've been talking about it for a couple shows now. We're like, it's coming. Hey, we're gonna bang it out tonight and just get it done. What's up? Going out to Captain Vapour, who is our sponsor of tonight's review. He's hanging already. That's why I'm giving a holler. Hey, John, how you doing, honey? Oh, bless. I gotta try and keep the coughing to a minimum tonight. I'm fighting off those evil winter germs once again because, sicking me. Always the germs come and get me. But how's the fam doing? How y'all doing out there? I see a few people hanging already, chilling, waiting for us. We're here. We're finally here. We had to suss a few technical difficulties.
Well, it wasn't really like difficulties. It was more sort of like trying to do something different. You'll see soon. I had to make sure that it worked, and then there was like a bit of a technical glitch there because I was hella overexposed and I couldn't get it to like come right. And I was like, no, stop.
That's sussing the technical difficulties, making sure we can swap cameras without Megan turning into a snowman halfway through. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. So, we'll just let that notification roll out to peeps that we have now gone live. I know. Hey, guys, there's a few people hanging. We'll leave a few more rolling, and then we'll give some hollers out to y'all. So, as I said, and we've been talking about it for a couple shows now, tonight we are doing the Aite RDTA review by Captain Vapour. Now, I'll say straight off the bat, there's a couple of disputes over how to say the name of this product. Straight up out there. Okay, so I won't get Megan to switch her cam because we got the flash things coming up. So I'll just hold mine up. As you can see how it's spelt on the title, and this is the front cover of the box. You'll see a nice, pretty close-up of that very, very shortly. Oh, there we go. There's more autofocus. AITE. So I had to go and check out the old pronunciation of such a word because I'm like, Kangertech, what's up? Is that a Chinese word? How am I saying this? So, two things happened. Good old Google, good old internet. I found a pronunciation of 80, which is why I say it that way. And if you guys hadn't picked up on it, there's a little running joke with me and John, Captain Vapour, where he's going on about I love the 80s. He's referring to this wee little ditty here. So yeah, I came across that, the pronunciation is 80. And then I found, those Uber dictionary, what does it mean things. So I found a Chinese, Uber. Ha, I said the wrong word. Urban dictionary, that's the one. Yeah, so when I found a Chinese urban slang translation, and this is where I went, you what now? China. I'll just say this up front. If you can't do the slang that's already out there being slang, don't try and slang your own, honey, because this one ain't working. So this is China's version, Kangertech's version of Aite. Do you read that when you say that word?
No.
I don't quite. I can see where they're going with it, but I don't quite. So I'm going to call it the 80, and that's where we're at with that. You can call it whatever you choose to, but yeah, so good old internet, the two things that happened when I went to find out how to say it and what it meant and what it was, and yep, that's where we're at. Okay, and as you can see on the box, it says tank.
It's not a tank.
It's not a tank.
It's not a tank.
This is something I dispute greatly and was one of my first feedbacks. It is an RDTA. Tanks are a closed system that you can lay down and it does not leak, in theory. Yeah, you can't lay this one down and it won't leak. So much like all other RDTAs, like say my trusty Limitless here with the glass section that you can see, yeah, I can't lay that down now. I'm going to leak out these good slit holes on the side here. Same as most RDAs with decent wells, drippers, you always have a juice going on the bottom. You don't lay them down on the side and not expect a mess. So, yeah, it's not a tank.
Yeah, it's not closed. It's got airflow, like an RDA. So
let's address its cool features straight off the bat. It's a flip top. That's not a sealed product whatsoever, whatever. So, you know, you get some leakage around the edges there. So just making clear to you all, yeah, feedback straight back to China off the bat was, it's not a tank, don't call it one. Yes, it is a rebuildable dripping tank atomizer because it has all of those features, but it's not a tank in the aspect of a closed system that we all know a tank to be. So just clarity there on that name as well for the confusion, because I know there had been a little, for those who had seen the box and seen tank written on it.
And we'll show you all of those features and everything. Like in
the, we shall.
In the up and classy.
So, shall we throw out some hollers there? Thing is, we started into some info. We'll just keep rolling because as you guys know, we do it cash. And being a review, we've obviously got live chat interacting with you guys. You can ask us questions as we're going through it as well, or closer up, show me this bit, or etc. etc. So yeah, hang on, we'll do some hollers, eh?
Whilst you do the hollers, I will have a sip of my cup of tea.
Okay, all right. Now, just reminding y'all, if you want a holler, just type out there in live chat and your name pops up in a wee little list. And as people stroll in, we try and give them a holler as well. So, hey, everybody, let them know that we spy them and that they're welcome to join in and be interactive with what we might be rambling about in that moment. So, big loves going out to Mr. Ben's in the house.
Benny!
Hang on. Let's see if I can get it right. It's been a while since I've tried to say it. Mr. Cumulonimbus. Oh my God, I got it. Yeah, Mr. Cumulonimbus liquids. Oh, yeah. Oh. I may have spoken too soon. I'll be like tongue twisted and tired in like 2 minutes again. What's up going out to John, out to Captain Vapour out there. Big loves out to... Oh, I'm going to cough.
Sorry. I'm just putting my jacket on and it's a bit chilly. In the shop.
Apologies, fam. I'm going to get a bit of a dry throat from the talking tonight. Big gloves going out to Elmo. Mr. Nick in the house. Hey, we've got Jane Mouldy chilling. It's been a while since we've seen you, hun. Holla, holla. What's up to... Oh, another John in the house. Mr. John Horn. Hi. Hi, John, darling. Welcome to the show. Welcome. NZ Dragon. Haven't seen you for a while, honey. Welcome. And Russ is hanging out. Mr. 44 South. Mr. Cheeky Russ, I'll mention you in a second. Big love's going out to Stevie Steve. How y'all doing out there? And I saw some other names. Who was lurking earlier? Big love's going out to Paul. I don't know if you're still lurking. Labworks was popping in to say hi from Australia earlier. Aaron is lurking. Hi, Aaron. Mr. A.A. Ron.
A.A. Ron.
A.A. Ron. Miss Jen's lurking. Hey, darling doll, how you doing? Miss Emma's in the house, our winner from our last competition of the Grizzly Liquids. Hey, Emma, how you doing? Always lovely to see our dolls dropping by. Mr. Dave Keane is popping in with a good morning. I think he just woke up. You on the night shift tonight, love? He very possibly is, actually. What's up going out to Gnomes? Another doll in the house. Hey, darling, how you doing? And I see Mr. Mitch Green has strolled in. Been a while since I've seen you, love. Who else have we got here? Who's chatting out there? I think that's everybody for now, actually. Remember, if you want that holler, to say hi out in chat. And of course, you know, getting mouse cables all tongue-tied on the desk. Hi, lurkers. Hey, Don. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Wherever you may be, on whatever type, wrong word, type, side is what that was meant to be, on whatever side of the world you're in, if you're in New Zealand or if you're elsewhere. There's a type of the world, apparently. That's where I was going with that. Funny. Right, yeah. I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday, whatever the weather even. It's miserable and cold, and we had an earthquake before, and it's been stormy the last couple of days, so hopefully the weather doesn't glitch out nothing. And, you know, New Zealand's doing its thing. We're in winter.
Yeah, it's been a nice day, but it has been cold. Like, it's really nice in the sun, but then when the sun ends up going behind the clouds, it's like, ooh, that temperature drop. And yeah, it's a little windy out there. Hence why my hair is looking a little windswept today.
Oh, yeah, I got a bit of wind. Oh, yes, of course, Maxie will be lurking in the background as well if Aaron's in chat. And yeah, Dave's just having breakfast. Got up. He just got up. Awesome. All right. Shall we do some things? Do some things. So this is not a new idea, this RDTA, but it is a unique concept because if it works, it's pretty cool. If it doesn't, obviously there's some stuff to work on. Me and Megs have got a couple of pros and cons. We'll go through them along the way, the bits where we loved, didn't love so much. Yeah, Megs is doing the awesome cool close-ups today. So those are the swappy camera things we were just sussing out before the show. I'd just like to point out, straight off the bat, we'll tell the details to you later, but we've got a couple of these up for grabs. Yes, I said a couple of these up for grabs. So big gloves again, always throughout the show, going out to John, Captain Vapour. He's and of course the dudes at Kangertech who are supplying the things in the background. Thank you. Now, I'll just show you my one close up here. Yes, I'm doing a little single bat on my Pico 25 here. Autofocus. Now, it comes by default with one of two drip tips. We got the fancy blue guy. Am I focusing? It's still trying to find my face, damn you. Anyway, you can see that's the fancy blue guy, and it's got some yellow in there and awesome little colours. Got a bit of purple and stuff as well. And then there's the I always forget what that stuff is. Thank you. I always forget that word. The Ultim, like that yellowy orange sort of generic drip tip that everybody seems to be doing on.
And there's someone that you're going to be seeing in the up and close.
Yeah, Megan's got the other drip tip on her arm. We just give them one of each, and yep, I just opened that one first, and yep, cool. It's a weird color, like I must say. Like, why is this color a thing on multiple products, many brands? The Ultim drip chips, like I don't get it. I like the pretty ones. I don't get it. So of course, it's unique design that we've already mentioned. It's flippy. It's single coil, and I believe 24 millimeter diameter. We'll go through the manual as Megan is doing the close-up also. So, what's those colors?
Blue, orange, green, and brown. I'm guessing that's not the drip tip.
Also available in gunmetal and silver. Are you talking about drip tips or a mod?
The gunmetal and silver would be the Aite.
Oh, of course. Oh, so the colours are branching out. Cool. I know it hasn't been out very long. There are a few reviews of it out there on the old YouTubes by bigger names than us, but it hasn't been around very long, and I don't know I don't know how popular it's been. Like previously, I believe there's a Mad Hatter who's done a flip top, and oh my god, I've just blanked on the other name that did a flip top in the past. Deringer? Oh, I might have that wrong.
No. That one wasn't. It was a short form.
If Lawrence was in chat, he'd be like, it was this one.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it. Anyway, I think this is maybe the third or fourth-ish. Don't quote me. The flip top isn't a new concept, but yeah, it's a unique one. It's one that not many have jumped on. Not everybody's got a version of it. So yeah, it's either going to be a novelty thing for you, I think, or you're either going to dig it or you're not. You're like, there's a three category, I think. Sorry, what was that?
The freak show.
Oh yes, the freak show. I knew it was a big brand that we knew. Hey Lexus, how you doing? Yeah, it's a weird color. I've got a few RDAs and I take the Ultim drip tips off and put the pretty other colored fellas on. Yep, the other color fella. Yep. Reach toothbrushes do a flip top. They do, Alexis, and it reminds me of that a little bit. Although it has like a Zippo feel to it, and I have played with it a lot like this. I was like straight up, what's the wear and tear on this hinge going to be? Like for reals. I am going to give it a real go. And I've been using this a lot. So I want to say that I feel I've really reviewed this because I have been thrashing it. I don't want to do that too much because obviously it does have a break point. It's not designed to do that. I will stop because I don't want to break it live. I haven't broken it yet. touch wood. I haven't broken it yet, but I have done that a little bit. And I'm sure if it's a novel item for you, you'd be doing the Zippo flip too. I remember the Zippo flips. Hey, Stephen's in the house. Hey, KBN, how you doing? All right, Megs, let's go down and let's do it. Let's get in onto this close-up. Mr. Aite in the house by Kangertech. See what she's got to offer. See, look at that. See, like straight off the bat, I was like, it's an RDTA. It's not that it's false advertising. It's just slightly incorrect advertising because it has a tank section, but it's not a closed tank system. Yeah, so that feedback's already gone back to China, I believe. And I do hope to see future boxes coming out with variation with RDTA written on it.
Yeah.
I like how it's gold. This packaging's nice and simple. The matte black with a bit of the gold, the bling bling on it. And there's the Ultim drip tip, Megan's. So the picture that is on the box is like my one is the Ultim as well. So you just have to actually look at the colours on the back to know which drip tip you got. It's marked in the little boxes. All right, darling, flip her open. I like this wee little magnetic box. Just opens from one side.
And there she is. I was going to say you might have to do all the talking because I've now stepped away from the mic.
Okay, that's cool. So me and Megs had thoughts about the aesthetics straight off the bat. The aesthetics, your visuals that you see on this thing when you pull it out of the box. Kangertech doesn't really need to be on the side. It could be written across the bum because that awesome little logo sort of speaks for itself. And here on the back where Megan was showing those little directions.
I'm just going to try and bring up
Ooh.
me controls because I thought I had them before.
All right, you saw something.
Not that.
I haven't missed anything out there in chat. Alrighty. Okay, how you going? So yeah, I reckon Kangertech would be fine just written across the base of it, like most RDAs, the RDTA products are. That logo just be fine on its own on the front. On the back, oh yeah, hey, I see you're super focusing. On the back is instructions on how to open the flip top. So if you're an advanced user with building coils or installing, fancier coils, albeit a single coil device or product rather, once you know how to open it, you don't need that there. So it's a little bit sort of, okay, helpful in the beginning, which is why you have an instruction manual, but advanced users don't need that to be permanently on the outside. That's a little bit of a, oi, what you up to aesthetic as far as both Megs and I are concerned, because, once you know how to open a thing, you know how to open it, don't you? So, yeah, and as you can see, they're lovely, big, wide goon style airflow. Just the 3 holes being a single coil device. That's all you need. Plenty of airflow going on this baby.
Nothing on the other side.
Yeah, plenty of airflow going on this baby. Cool, flip her open, Dylan.
Come on now.
And in the box, of course, you get the RDTA tank. You get some little store-bought Clapton coils, 5 of those, a wee screwdriver, a couple of spare screws, a wee little shmeh of Japanese cotton, and of course your manual. Oh yeah, I was correct, it is 24 millimeters. So this is a 2mm RDTA. That front hole where the hinge goes in is your fill hole into the entire bottom section of your deck. So the one drawback straight off the back, I think I've learned to deal with it a little bit, but for Megan, it's a pain in the bum, is like other RDTAs, i.e. my Limitless again, just because it's right here, the bottom section is clear, it's glass. And on this one, it's not, it's matte black. So you can't exactly see your level of juice and just sort of have to get the feels and the know of this device a little bit as you continue using it.
Yeah, much like for myself, the only time where I was able to know that it was filled or full is when it started coming back up out through that hole, because obviously the two holes on the side, on either side of the coil there, are where your wicks go. So it's kind of interesting not being able to see your juice levels because it's concealed by the outer top of it.
I'm 50-50 about this in the aspect of I get it's aesthetic, like it has an RDA look, and as opposed to having the bottom section clear like other RDTAs, but it does have that fail section of the not being able to see your level. I'm thinking, I don't know how you would manufacture it, but that whole front bit where the fill hole is, maybe if that were clear in some capacity, you could see better, the whole area around the fill hole. But I don't know how you'd manufacture that. I don't know. I've never looked into building an RDA, so I wouldn't know. So I'm 50-50 about it. I've used mine enough now that it's not a thing for me. But as you're getting to know this product, you could easily overfill. And as you can see there, Megan's got the wiggle going on with the hinge. That play is meant to be there. Obviously, it's a loose design. If it were rigid, you would easily break it, easily snap it. So like the way I was flipping it before, like a Zippo, because of that play, that jigginess that it's got there in the hinge, that's why was able to flick it like that. And I don't know if you can see there, like the front lock bit that goes into the fill hole that actually shuts it. It's like a little, oh, hang on, where's my camera?
It's like a little,
it's like a hook bit.
Yeah. Little hook
like
hinge.
You push the top section of the RDA back, like a slide back. So you're pushing the lock back and then you flip it open. So when you put that hook thing back into the hole, you like click it forward into place again. So there's a little slide motion there, which is sort of what that instruction is on the outside showing is how to open it. But once you know what you're doing, you don't need that instruction there. But yeah, it's a slide back and forth motion. Little slide back and forth. So I think, okay, looking at it, as a builder, Megs, and you've got a lovely, beautiful build going on there in your single coil Aite. what is the post like? The width, the space? As a builder, you putting a coil in? Give your spiel on that angle of it.
For me, putting in this coil, it was really easy to do. I did have like concerns as to whether or not if the screws would kind of like back out, considering the size of my coil, because this is a really big alien. It's like it's got 3 24 gauge cores and 32 gauge outer, which I believe is all made out of stainless steel. Trying to remember from memory, but yeah, this build came out to about 0.12, and that's usually about the resistance that I like to sort of vape at, whether it's in single or dual coil. So yeah, I mean, it looks really good in there. it does.
So what'd you say? That's a 0.12?
Yeah, it came out to about 0.12.
Okay, so I've got a mini Fralian from Abacus coils going on in my Aite, and I'm at a 0.35. So I've got a higher resistance coil going on. I chucked my Aite on a couple of my series mech mods and what have you. So I was shifting it around. I've tried it on several different devices. So I put a higher build in so I could do that. And I don't know about yourself, darling, but even at my higher build, the vapor production of this single beast is just, it's pluming.
Yeah, we just had a question from John Horn in the chat asking if the flip top gets in the way of the coil install. I've kind of put it on a 90-degree, or well, on a side angle, and that flip top goes full 90 degrees away from the base of the atomizer, so it doesn't get in the way. There's still plenty of room there to be able to get your wire cutters in there to snip off the excess, and yeah, it works really well in terms of installing a coil in.
Now, me not being a builder and installing something awesomely beautiful like one of Lewis's Fralians, yeah, it's I found it easy to install on, easy to get my snips down the back and not fuck up the coil. Like, you know, that's the biggest thing. Shit, am I screwed down tight enough before I snip? Because, you know, warping a leg and pulling something, and I found it easy to install on. Now, of course, you can't necessarily get gorilla fingers down in that space, even with myself, but you can definitely get your, I haven't got them handy, the little snippy end of your wire, snippies, your wire cutters down there. For sure. I found this really easy to install on. I found that really clean. It's simple. It's simple. It's a single coil. You know, like I like both. I'm not always about the dual coil or the plumage so much as the earlier years in vape life, but the single coil, it just puts out, depending of course on your build, chuffs like a train. It's I think it's a brilliant wee kit. Right. Now, Megs, I'm thinking I will go through the manual and we'll do the takey aparte, because this is the one thing that I think that people need to realise. Are you able to, pull on that without it being on a mod and get that top cap bit off? So what I want to show you guys is, even though it has the flip top, you can still take that top section off. So, yep, see Megs has got the black bit there, and then the other half of the flip section, which is the silver underneath the airflow, is obviously it's still down. So you can still take your top cap off if that's something you prefer, if you want to use it more drip style and just paint on the top, or you want to pour onto your cotton from the top, but knowing you've got lots of that well there, that the room in the well, and pour in that way. You know, we all vape and drip differently. So this is, I think, a really cool feature in the fact that that does still come apart, and not only just for cleaning as well, you know, like for all the things I just mentioned, and being able to take the black section off that top section, I think lovely shows the airflow tunnel holes there. It actually reminds me of the pistons inside an engine on a car. Showing the airflow to the coil. You can still drip onto the coil. You don't have to use the hinge if you're not all about the hinge, you know.
Yeah, for my coil that I've got on this Aite is that it's a 3mm internal diameter one, and even when you go to push it open, those airflow slots aren't coming into contact with my coil whatsoever. And yeah, it's awesome to sort of like know that I can still put like a relatively chunky build in there and not have to worry about it getting shifted or moved in any way.
Well, and that's another reason why I was like, well, we know I'm not going to have something huge and elaborate in mind testing it out. And I was like, Megan, make sure you put a huge chunky thing in here. Let's really see the space this single product has been created for. So the fact that, yeah, Megs can put a chunky alien in there with room to groove and without being shorted out and no dramas happening is, well, that's what we all want, isn't it? That's what we all want it. Yeah, airflow ports. I was trying to think of the right word for them. It's totally made me think of inside of an engine. So the fact that the top cap comes off, I think, is pretty cool. Better for cleaning, better for different styles of vaping. You don't have to be all about that flip. If you don't want to be about the flip, you can just treat it like a normal RDA with an uber juice well going on it. And remember
and this is like bone dry, and it still turns really nicely.
That's just straight up slide. There's no O-ring on that layer. I really like that too.
Yeah, there is. Really well there. There's an O-ring on it.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah. So there is an O-ring, but
yeah,
they've got the tension just right where it clicks into place, but is still movable really easily, even if it's dry.
Cool. Can get done well there. See, I've taken mine off a couple times for cleaning, but I hadn't actually spotted that O-ring because I've been all about the flippy zippy. Well, I really wanted to test that hinge out, you know, like if me going solid on a week, 2 weeks was what it's ended up being before we're doing the review tonight, and I've gone and broken it, then by the time we get to the review and I'm like, hey, well, I broke the hinge, what does that say for the product? But I haven't. It's still going strong. But like I say, I don't want to push it too far. Like, even though I did the flicky before, I'll just have like a couple of flickies and then I've been sedated for my flicking and I'll put it down again. It's not a fidget toy. I have to keep telling myself that. It's not. So in the old manual that I'm just flipping through as well, of course, we've got that section there in the box underneath where the manual is and your authenticity card, which I tried to pull out and realized it's actually stuck in the box for a reason. Okay, mine's just uber stuck then. I couldn't get mine out. It's just uber stuck. You know, I knew it was, and that's why I thought mine been glued on the bottom and someone was playing tricks on me. So mine's extra stuck. There's an authenticity card in there. And what else did I say before? Oh, you wear a little screwdriver and some spare post screws as well. And I've removed it. I've probably used it actually already. And it comes with a wee little envelope of Muji, I believe it is. It just says Japanese cotton in the manual, but I believe it's Muji. Those are the factory Claptons that I mentioned earlier. I tried one out.
I saw those and I was like, nah, that's too little.
I tried one out and did exactly that. I went, who are you kidding? They didn't even reach the posts properly. So, yeah, pulled that out again and put one of Lewis's Australians in. John Horn would love to see the 510, darling. Are we mix safe? Can we see the 510 on the RDA? I would like to say yes, we're mix safe. I've tried it on a couple of my series mix and have had no dramas whatsoever.
Let me just readjust the focus.
Captain Vapour just said if she breaks it, we'll upgrade the medal.
Oh, look, we're getting there. Getting there.
See, where it's got 80 there on the bottom is where they should have put the big Kangertech.
My finger in the way, or?
No, I actually think your finger is helping with the focusing.
It just protrudes.
Yeah, just protruding.
But there is like
I would say it depends.
Insulator thing there.
Yeah, I would still say it depends on the mech you want to put it on, and know your mods as well.
So even info stuff on the bottom as well. So it's got the name of it on the bottom. So I thought that the name of that would have been better there instead of Kangertech.
Yeah, I
have Kangertech at the bottom. That's just cosmetic.
It is cosmetic. So in the manual, it gives you a breakdown of how to coil. How to put cotton in your coil if you didn't already know how. Now, I'll just pause there for a second.
You said that it's in the manual.
Yeah, this manual is written as though you are not an advanced user using an advanced product. I just want to say that. That's how it's written, is that it's a manual for dummies. And to be honest, if you need to be instructed how to put cotton in your coil, you shouldn't be using an RDA or RDTA product. That's my personal opinion. Albeit, of course, everybody's got to learn and start from somewhere. But for it to be in the manual of an advanced product, I just find that really, I don't know, is that condescending?
Cotton like, installation.
Yeah, it's like, what is that saying to you? There's also the next page after cotton installation is how to put your e-juice in. So again, with if you need basic instruction like this, maybe this isn't the right product to start with. The warning page always cracks me up. Don't swallow your e-liquid. Always remember that. Always number one, people. Always.
Do not use any resistance wire other than what is specified.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, those Claptons that have been specified are a bit of a joke. So I'm sorry, Kanga, we disagree with you there.
Do not use while driving.
Do not use a device while driving. I also have a grievance.
Do not look into the drip tip while vaping to prevent juice from spitting in your eyes.
No. Yeah, I agree with that one. Don't be looking in the drip tip to get spitting in the eye. Hot e-juice being spat out of your vape is not fun. These warnings are weird. Next one, although it's valid, it's a device designed for adults and not for children. Under the age of their local smoking or vaping laws. Yeah, okay, so it's very broad to cover many countries there. Women who are pregnant or suffering from illness that could be worsened by the use of this product. You shouldn't be using it. That's interesting wording there.
Keep all components away from children and pets.
That one is the most basic, straightforward one on the page. If you have a reaction to the use of this product, stop using it immediately and seek medical assistance. I think that warning's more aimed at your e-liquid that you may be using in this product, personally. If the device drops down, check the device is not loose and there is no leakage of e-liquid and the mouthpiece is not damaged. Ensure that no parts are cracked or deformed before reuse.
Does that mean if you drop it?
Yeah, there's bad ringrush. Sorry, China. There's bad ringrush. I believe that one's sort of like, yeah, if you drop the device, check the device is not loose. Okay, so check maybe it's still screwed in at your 510. And this one has a little bit of interpretation needed. And of course, if you're dropping your device, I would hope that you were checking it over in all capacity before you turned it on or used it again anyway. Of course, nicotine is a highly addictive substance. Again, an e-juice warning, and this is not designed to be smoking cessation device. and from there wear another language. So that's your basic manual. Oh, Megan, you waited out. Here we go. Basic manual, basic. Yeah, Kanga. That manual's funny for me. If you're an advanced user, you should definitely know your basics that are already covered in there. Although always good for a wee little lol. We love them lols. So, Megan, our pros and cons. We covered a couple of them as we went through. What are your straight up pros and cons? Start with the cons. So,
well, we pretty much had already covered like what I referred to as cosmetics. So, but that's just from, you know, looking at it aesthetically and being happy with it, sort of matching and all of that sort of stuff. So that's, it's not a big thing. I guess the other one is more sort of like, how long will that hinge last? Because once it's bust, I'm going to use it again. Yeah, and I also covered, like, in regards to filling up that bottom tank section is not being able to see how much you're putting in there unless you were to accurately be able to dispense 2 mils exactly out of your juice bottle and extract and put it into your tank.
That would be a hard act skill, wouldn't it? I'm just catching up on chat while you're talking.
But I think those are probably just my main ones. It's more like the hinge, and it'd be nice to be able to see where the juice level is at when you're filling up that tank. But so other than that, it's actually a pretty good device. Like, the airflow is really nice, and how I'd mentioned, like, with being able to adjust the airflow on it, it's really nice and smooth. And yeah, Kanga had actually done like a pretty good job on it. Just a couple of little things, but you know, it's not exactly something that they are well versed in, I guess, because we've always known them to have tanks and more beginner style stuff.
This is their first real step into this realm. So I think for a first product in that aspect, that this is not a sort of category of the industry that they put their toe into before. I think this is a really good first step, in my opinion. Now, I just spotted a question while you were talking. Love the questions coming at us, John. Thank you very much. And this is why we do a live review. Instead of us being flustered, trying to remember to not forget all the things, you can just straight up ask us as we chat along. And, oh, what about this? And, hey, what about the thing? And, hey, yeah, look, interacting. We can answer the things. So your question was, does it come up with a BF pin? It doesn't. It isn't a squonk RDA. But like I said, this is their first product stepping into this particular product category in the vape industry. So not for this product, maybe the next one. I don't know what they're up to next, but definitely keep an eye out on what they're up to, because I think Kanga have got some big things in the works. They don't want to be left in the dust. This is what I've seen with Kanga and a couple of products that we've reviewed for John, for Captain Vapour over the last little wee while, is that Kanga are trying to keep up with the markets, trying to not be same and be a little bit innovative. But at the same time, you know, like, where can you go when all the products are pretty much, they've been done before, or that one's been done a bit different, you know, where can they take it? So they're trying to keep up with the market, and this is, you know, they don't want to be labelled that starter kit brand for that's what I'm saying. They're trying to step away from just being known as that brand that gets people in the beginning and then people move on to other brands. They're trying to keep up with the game, and I think this product is definitely a step in the right direction for them doing that. I'm just re-dripped with some of John's juice as well. Love this one, strawberry kiwi. Just thought I'd throw that plug in there. So I don't think it vapes too noisy. Another question from John. Again, that depends on personal vaping and how wide you have your airflow open. I think, you know, that whistle, that sound, like, I think that personally depends on, do you like a wide airflow or do you like a restrictive vape with your airflow?
I think if you were to restrict it off a bit, there might be like a wee bit of a whistle. I'm not entirely sure because I tend to, like for that particular atomizer, I like it wide open. Because it's a single coil and then the airflow's only on one side, I tend to have all 3 of the airflow slots open.
That's where I got mine sitting on. A little bit of a crescent moon, not quite full on all 3. I've got a little bit of noise, but I wouldn't say mine's a whistle. I can hear me drawing, that's for sure.
Yeah. Say like in comparison to oh gosh, I think the dead rabbit. The dead rabbit whistled. It's a dumb RDA.
I really dig this. I do. Like, so my cons are pretty much the exact same as Megan's. That aesthetic on the outside, we've mentioned that a couple of times already. Feedback's already gone to China. My con isn't so much all the way there with Megan on the fill slot. It would be nice if in some way with manufacturer we could make a section of that clear to see a little bit more what you're doing. But at the same time, just like every product, every mod, every other tank, RDA, what have you, I always find that every different item, in my collection at least, has its own quirks. You get to know it. You get to figure out how you work with that guy, you know? And I don't know about perfectly timing with a 2 mil fill, but if I get the hole on the right angle with whatever light in the room I'm using, I can actually see my level moving as it's filling, and then you just sort of like just time taking your nozzle out and you filled, you know.
Yeah, it's just been difficult because I know that recently with the juice that I've been vaping on at the moment has been Vape Canyon, and they've got these really big chunky bottles, and you only got that little nib there, but so much wide bottle there, it's covering everything.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, whereas like my other juice that I tend to vape on, like jackfruit jungle and watermelon juice from Just E Juice, they're those 50ml bottles where the neck of the bottle is quite thin and the nib's right there, and yeah, I can imagine it being easier using a bottle like that, but not so much if you've got like a big gorilla style bottle or chubby gorilla style one.
I agree completely with you. I must admit, my best filling experiences working with 50-60 ml large, bottle with the standard nibbing on it. Those ones have worked the best for me with this product. Now, you're going to hate me, John. You're going to hate me, but I'm going to say it. Don't want to get tongue-tied. So I said before, depending on your style, if you're really into that flip, what have you, because you can take that top cap off, and because it's an 8-10 width drip tip, you can drip straight down the top like a normal RDA if that's your style and you just want to use the bottom like a really big juice well.
Yeah, and you can do that because it's like the coil's right there under the drip tip. So
what I was going to say is that works for bottles like John's with a glass dropper. However, filling that little slot up with one of these style bottles is a pain in the ass. So again, with certain types of bottles, certain types of RDTAs, but that's the same with all, every different one has its own style. Like again, because these style ones have the fill hole on the side, not every bottle works to fill those as well, and they can be a pain in that aspect too. So it's just figuring out your vape style, how your style works with this guy, and like I said, they've all got their own quirks. John said it as well. Each Addy has got its own personality. They sure do, mate. They sure do. Now, again, to reiterate, not a tank. I'll tell you my story. Not a tank. Right. So As happens with most vapors, we have the habit of tissue in the pocket or a tissue not far away, wiping up your juice, etc., etc. I find that I do wipe a little bit more with this wee product because depending on how much you fill or how much you tip it side to side, and okay, again, point of difference. This RDTA, tip it upside down, look for my air bubbles. Yep, my cotton's wet, flip it back up again. Don't flip this guy. Don't flip this guy. Don't flip this guy. He's more of a side-to-side rocking action to make sure your juice in the well is getting the bottom of that cotton. He's not a flip upside down because you will get some serious straight-up leakage going on like that. Happened. Because, of course, we've got to try these things out so you know what not to do. And that's what I can tell you the things. Again, depending on how messy and how wet your just general deck is, yes, the deck. Mine's got a little bit of juice. Oh, come on with the autofocus. Mine's got a little bit of juice going on with it on the top right now. Just like you can see where the hinge goes on, a bit wet. So I get a little bit of seepage. Now, I don't know if this will come up. Oh, yeah. A little bit of seepage right there on my hinge. Depending on how wet your deck is when you shut it, that's always going to happen. So that's one of my little cons. I tend to wipe a little bit more with this guy. But if that's not a thing and you don't care about a little bit of messy juice, because I know a lot of people don't, we all vape different. I'm a little bit OCD with wiping my juice up, so that's why I mention it. So yeah, to wet the cotton, it's more of a side to side to get the juice in the bottom to the bottom of your cotton. This fell over in my pocket. That's really big airflow. That's a really big drip tip. You know, that hinge is in the fill hole and it's locked in the fill hole. It's not sealing the fill hole. The cotton going into those cotton holes is not sealing those holes because obviously juice has to come through them to come onto the cotton. So yeah, this guy, if he goes on a side, he leaks. Oh, bless. I'm talking too much.
Take a drink.
Excuse me. Yeah, talking too much. My throat's getting dry. I had a pocket full of juice. Because I've had this on my Pico, that's a little mod. If you guys aren't aware, like, that's the size of the battery. It's a little mod. Fell over in my pocket. I didn't feel it fall over, so I didn't, like, stick my hand in and deal with it. Yeah, juicy pocket. Not a tank. Not a tank, exclamation mark. Just as long as people are clear on that one, you know? I don't want to say that that's false advertising. It's just a little bit of a misdirective. And I think that's more because, like I say, Kangaroo are still newly stepping the toe into this category. So they may not have even have realised.
Should have had some water there by you. Ta-da! Water!
Oh, I can feel that tickle going on in my throat. Okay. Pros. This wee baby is light. It's really light. I think it's just made from a... It doesn't feel like stainless. It feels... It's not aluminium. It could be just stainless, but it feels really light, especially on a little mod like this. Like, it feels barely there compared to my Limitless, which is a hefty little device that, you know, it's got a bit of weight to it. I love it, Megan. It's as long as you keep it upright, it does its job. It's great for driving. As long as you fill at stop points, not whilst you're driving, it is a great wee little device to not have to worry about having to re-drip or having to, you know, sort out your juice while you're driving. I really dug it. And it does say in those warnings, don't use while driving, but I think more clarity on that would be don't refill it. Don't refill your juice whilst driving, you know, like do that when you're stopped. Because, of course, if you're just picking up a device and having a vape, I really dig it. That's when I've used it most, is actually in the car. Do you have a major pro, Megan? Do you have a big fave on it?
The buildability on it. The fact that I was able to put like that chunky coil into it without any issues. Like building on it is really, really easy. The airflow adjustment is really smooth and simple. Like it's not too tight, but it's tight enough to ensure that it's not going to just pop off. Yeah, and the airflow is like really, really good. It's like it's nice and smooth. It's not too restrictive, and it's just the right amount when it's wide open, because I like some restriction, but there are a number of RDAs that I do have within my rotation where I will close the airflow off just slightly, because I don't want to feel like as if though I'm just taking a deep breath in when I vape. And I don't get that with this Aite RDTA, because that's what I'm going to call it.
The Aite. Yeah.
Oh, and the like you'd mentioned, there was in the 810 drip tip thing. I'd put my my broadside resin drip tip on it, and it looks so nice with it on there. But of course, I put it back onto my Colverin when I went back to using that after using the Aite for about a week or so.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's a good size of interchangeability. So if the Ultim drip tip isn't your thing, you can get easily dealt with. Easily dealt with. I'm just laughing at chat out there. Right, so giveaway, guys. This may not be everybody's thing. It may be not, like I said, it may be novel for some. So there's that category, and then there's those be like, yes, I dig it, or those that'll be like, nah, not my thing. If you're in two of those categories, yeah, you dig it, or yeah, you could dig it, and because of its novelty. Flipping it like a zipper. Let's all see how long that hinge can last. No, don't do that. You can be into win, guys. So here beside me, I've made up a little weird hashtag today. The Flippy 80. Flippy 80. I have put its correct name there in the middle, just so people do know what the hell we're talking about. But yeah, the Flippy 80 is the hashtag to use, and this comp is NZ only. Sorry guys, but we do love you across the globe. Yeah, NZ only, and please comment with that hashtag and your location in New Zealand. And I would like to know, this is another criteria for your entry comment, guys. I would like to know what intrigues you about this, and it's probably going to be the flip top as the answer from most people, but yeah, I want to know if it's a single coil that's grabbed you, if it's a nice look design, it's just sleek and will fit into your collection well, that's what's grabbed you. If you just really want to play with the novel flip top, if that's what's grabbed you, that's cool too. I want to know, because that then also tells us that you watched a bit of the video and you've seen some review and actually listened to what we're yarning about. So yeah, comment with the hashtag and your location in New Zealand so that we know you're here in NZ, and yeah, chuck us a comment as to why this RDTA, why the 80 could be your thing. We've got 2 of those up for grabs, guys. 2. Oh, excuse me. And I have no control over the drip tip you receive. It will be what it is. You either get the blue one or the Ultim. It'll just appear in your mailbox. I have no clue. I don't even know what the stock is. So surprised in that aspect, guys. So fair warning. You can't request. It just is. So yeah, there's 2 of those up for grabs, and we will draw that on next week's show with the G-Fog tasting. So that's what's coming up next week as well. And yeah, I don't know. Any last words on the Aite there, Megs? Because
I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Oh, this wee cough of mine. Anyone out in chat have any more questions about the Aite?
I guess I saw one question out there in regards to the drip tip O-rings. There is an O-ring on the inside top section of that top cap. It is built into that top cap, so yeah, the drip tip is kind of like a goon style. It just slots in. And it stays in there. It's nice and firm.
I think it's a really good
just dropped
style. They're a good design, these ones. I did spot something else. I'm just trying to find it. Oh no, it's gone. I can't find it again. I did see something. Oh, good flavor. I believe that will also be coming down to obviously the build you've got in it, the coil.
The coil.
If that's a flavor build coil you've got going on. I'm rocking a Fralian. Yeah, I'm getting good flavor. I'm really enjoying the vape that I've been experiencing on this particular coil. I know Megs also rocks her Aliens because it's her favorite flavor build. So, are you getting good flavor, Megan?
Yes.
So, 2 of these up for grabs. We're going to be drawing them next week. I just gave you guys the giveaway deets. If you are keen on this wee little ditty from Kangertech and you want to check out what one of these is all about, they are totally affordable. However, there's still maybe another week, 10 days wait on the stock arriving in New Zealand, but you can obviously you can buy one of these from Captain Vapour. All of the details down in the description for today. Of course, I forgot to mention that website, Captain Vapour's also product page on the Aite RDTA on his website, his Facebook page, and then I've also got the Kangertech product information page down in the description if you want to look over those hardcore specs yourselves before you purchase. Now, being that John's out in chat, hopefully I'm going to quote correctly. When stock arrives, I don't know if you can pre-order right now, prepay, pre-purchase, whatever the right wording is. But when stock arrives, these RDTAs are available from John at Captain Vapour for $40, guys. So totally affordable if you want to add one of these little novel ditties to your collection. Yes, it's novel, but I think they're totally practical as well. They're a great wee little single coil. I'm digging mine. Like, I actually think that this has got a wee little home on my Pico right now. But this is a great coil as well. I've got a couple photos. I don't think I posted them on IG. I meant to, but I don't think I got there. I took a couple photos with this little guy on my Hex Angel, and I've got some of him on my BJ. Hauled him around on my mods a little bit, had a look at everybody's little view. The black doesn't quite match my Gur's little colour scheme, but it's so cute together. Wee little setup. I really dig it. But even this dude, the 80 sitting on, you know, the width of the Captain as well, it doesn't get lost. So it's definitely a versatile look, I believe. Would match a few different style mods as well, and of course you can zhuzh up any little addy with a pretty drip tip. Pretty.
With a pretty drip tip.
Oh, the pretties.
A pretty one.
Oh, okay. I knew that would pop up. $40 on the general. If you order one off his website, $35 right now. Right now. Go on. You know you wanna. I don't know how many he's got in stock to actually push that too much, but I know that more stock is about to arrive from China. So yeah, they are they're so affordable and will be available in the very soon future. The very soon. They're not too distant. Alrighty. Cool. Are there any more questions about this awesome wee little Eddie that we've been chatting about tonight? I hope, like, I know our live show is exactly what it is. It's a live show. It's not a 10-15 minute hard out review like everybody else on YouTube does. So I hope we've covered the information that people want to hear, the things you want to see, you know, all those little bits.
And that's the thing that I like about doing it live, because like you said, it's like if we happen to miss something and someone wants to know about it, they can ask and we're able to answer. It's fantastic. So remember, if you want to be into to win one of the 2 Aite RDTAs that are up for grabs, once this video has uploaded onto YouTube, you will then enter in the hashtag that is currently just like right over there on that side there, and add in your location in New Zealand, because it is unfortunately a New Zealand only competition. So, and you will enter that information in the comments section. So at the moment you are currently commenting in the chat. You need to put this into the comment section after this video has uploaded.
Basically, when we finish the show,
it's absolutely fine, John. You can just flood us with questions as much as you can possibly ask, and we will answer them all as best as we can.
Oh yeah, completely. 2 things there for Duncan. Just wait till we finish the show, honey. Wait about 10 minutes, and then even though the video is still uploading, you can put your comment in. So give it about 10 minutes and come back. Oh my god, this coffee. And the other thing I was going to say, oh my god. Sorry, I just died live on the internet.
It's just hilarious because every time you cough, it makes me want to take a drink.
I know, right? Other thing I was going to say is, John, we love the fact that you are asking lots of questions, because now that live chat is recorded and added to our video as well, when people come back and check out this review, they can see what was being asked, and hopefully all questions from other people come in a view later, you know, those same questions that they wanted to ask and we answered as well. So I love the fact that you are out there asking questions tonight. Fuck yeah, thank you. Oh bless. Okay, pause. Law. All right, before I lose my voice and totally have a coughing spaz. Okay, Aite review. Thumbs up from me. I fucking dig it. Couple of wee little quirks. It's a new prototype. You know, we dip in the toe into a new category from Kanga, but I think they're on the right track, and I dig it. I think it is great value for money, and it's an awesome wee little ditty for the collection. There are no cons about it that make me go, no, don't buy one. It's about the size of it. Again, everyone is a different style vapor. You know what you like. So, yeah, if this is something that may tickle your fancy, then give her a whirl, because she's totally affordable. We done the giveaway. Now, something else happened. Right, totally changing the topic now, guys. Totally changing the topic. Something else has happened in the last 12 hours. Some really, really cheeky friends of ours, you'll know them too. Just pause dramatically there to sort my throat out. It is nobody's e-juice that is making me cough. I've been fighting new winter germs, and it's that tickly cough going on in my throat. So nobody's e-juice is making me cough, John. Don't stress. It's my throat. Yes, Ben, there'll be an after party. Hang for that link, guys, after the show.
And Joe's just coming. Did I miss everything? Yes, Joe, you missed the whole lot.
Hi, Joe, and what Megan said, like toast. Oh, darling. Okay. Hang on. Oh, my goodness. The build-up in my throat. Russ and Jen at 44 South Liquids, our darling, darling friends that we launched their business here on our show. We have done their year anniversary. We have done happy birthdays. We've done lots of things with them. They are great people, awesome friends of ours way down in Timaru, and have recently become an addition to the Vape Crew whānau across New Zealand as well. Now, these cheeky wee friends of ours, I got 1,000,001 notifications all of a sudden, being tagged in a post on their business page last night. They have hit 2K on their Facebook page. So they're doing a 2K giveaway. So congratulations, guys, for getting, oh, bless, getting to 2,000 likes on Facebook. Trying to keep my throat together. These cheeky souls of ours have pretty much pulled us into their giveaway by the proxy. Oh my God.
Don't shift anything.
I'm trying not to. I just want that tickle to go away because, of course, right when I want to talk, that tickle just won't go away. They're doing their 2K giveaway, and for entry into their giveaway, they've sent everybody to here, to our YouTube channel, to sub to us, and that's the entry into their competition. So they have now pushed our subs up over 1K here on YouTube. Holla, you bastards.
Yes.
We love you, but oh my God, the notifications that I've been receiving about subs, and of course you tagged both of us on the giveaway post, so we're getting all the ding, ding, ding. We love yous, and now that means that me and Megan have to do some work. So, in that regard, stay tuned. I can't exactly give you which show it's going to happen on just yet because I got to organize a few things in the background. But in the next 2 or 3 shows, we will have details for you on how to enter the 1K giveaway here for my YouTube channel for our show. We will have details for you. I'm putting together a couple of different prize packs. So I'm figuring out if I'm going to go starter, intermediate, advanced, or if I'm just going to mystery box the lot. So figuring it out.
Yeah, I think we were looking at doing a couple of mystery boxes. So one that is sort of more for the beginner to intermediate, and then an advanced mystery box. So yeah, we're still working out the details. But yeah, Russ and Jen, you cheeky little rat bags, you've just gone and sped up the process.
I was trying to let it happen organically without promoing and pushing us too much because I get really annoyed of doing heaps of promo and share of my own stuff. So I was trying to let it happen organically, and then they went and did that last night. So off go the notifications, and now we got to get our giveaway sorted. We've got lots of things that people have sent in over the last few months to contribute. So coming soon.
Oh, no.
I'm done. Oh my God. I am fine, guys. I'm fine. It's just an annoying little tickle right about there. Oh, bless. So thank you very much to everybody who participated in their giveaway, and by default, oh, coughing on the mic, by default have ended up subbing to us so that they get annoying notifications about us now. Yay! Thanks, guys.
But at least it's only once a week. Only once a week. It's yeah. Once a week we bug you, and providing that nothing sort of like throws a spanner in the works, we generally try to be here every week. It's a little difficult during the winter months because Mox is prone to getting a little more sick, and it's been hard. It's been a hard season to try and get through and be able to do the show every week. And yeah, and I think, what was it, last weekend was me. What was going on with that? It was
you had drama at home last week and ended up at the hospital.
Oh, that's right, yes. And then the weekend before that one was me again, because I was moving house. And so, yeah, we'll definitely try to ensure that we're here every week to entertain and try and make you laugh, and with less coughs and stuff.
I am listening, darling. I was just reading chat as well.
Yes, I've been sort of eyeing it at the same time as I was speaking.
Oh, okay. We have had crowd input, which is what I was just catching up on. Yes, Russ, you totally sped things up a bit. Ta love you. So crowd input is 3 mystery boxes of exactly that: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So that'll actually more likely be like a mech orientated type box with the advanced
ones.
And they'll be in those categories, but they'll be mystery boxes in themselves. So I can rustle that up amongst things. And so,
Ben, 3 mystery boxes, no boob and tube.
That works too, darling. That works too. Okay, so we have... Okay, so in regards to what I said just before, if you are watching right now, for probably just this evening, Captain Vapour will have the 4 remaining stock that he has right now up on the website for $35. And when the new stock arrives in approximately a week, I'll say 10 days to be safe because, customs, but approximately a week, they'll be available on his website at the $40. So we've got 2 blacks with blue drip tips and a gunmetal with a blue drip tip. Woo! Oh, he looked at the drip tip colours. Quick, get in. The blue's real cool.
Yeah, because it's marked on the back of it. So there's the colour option. So you got they come in black, silver, gunmetal grey.
I didn't know that was there.
And then the drip tips are like an autumn, the blue, green, and the red resin tips. It's really cool. So
I didn't know that was there until after I opened my box.
Focus. Yeah, there we go. Right there on the back of the box.
I got excited and I just opened mine before looking. Bless. Okay. So, to quickly recap everything that we have gone over this evening, we have done a review of the Kangertech Aite RDTA, not a tank, courtesy of Captain Vapour here in Motueka in the South Island. Thank you very much, John. These are awesome wee little ditties, and I enjoy mine immensely. So we've gone over, we've done specs, we've shown you up and close, we've shown you the details, the ins and outs of this 24 millimeter RDTA, single coil RDTA, and talked also about color options that it has available, and a few pros and cons, little ditties, the quirks that every little atomizer has. We've then gone over details for a giveaway, again courtesy of Captain Vapour. We've got 2 80s to give away next week on the show, so you've got 7 days to get in on that. Giving my throat a pause. When the show has finished tonight, come back about 10 minutes after or thereabouts and put in your comment, which is your entry into the competition, with this wee little hashtag going on here, hashtag Flippy80, and your location in New Zealand. It's a New Zealand only competition, so we need to know where you are in the country, and the third requirement being give us a wee little comment, a sentence, whatever, about what grabs you about this wee little ditty. Is it it's flippy? Is it the fact that it's black? Is it the fact that it's single coil? Let us know why you dig this wee little guy and why you want to try it. And then, of course, recapping, a million thank yous to everybody out there who are subbed to our channel, and the cheekiness of Russ and Jen that helped push our subs over to 1K, over 1K last night, early hours of this morning. And our 1K giveaway details will be coming in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, I won't die and I'll still have a voice when we get round to doing that show. So, yeah, keep tuned in the not too distant to hear details of what you will need to do for our 1K. I haven't figured that one out yet, so you will know when I know, and there will be some mystery boxes happening. But that'll be a background competition separate of the stuff that we're have going on with vendors on each episode. Oh, bless. I would also like to give an extra holler out to John, because many people in New Zealand outside of my region don't necessarily order from him or try his products. You guys should get in on it. He's got great juice. He's got awesome wee little unique things like this guy coming in, and he is really generous. Yes, you are, John. Oh my goodness, with coughing. Apologies, guys. So these wee little pod devices, this is called a U-boat. This is also a Kangertech product. No, we're not doing a review for this guy. I have talked about him before, though. To me, he looks like a squashed Vivid. He's awesome. Here's just the battery pack without the pod on top. It's just a refillable pod system. This is just the battery bum bit. He has given me a whole lot of these to give out as part of the 1K prize. So if you know a smoker and you are trying to convert them and they can't afford, you know, the startup-ness, these wee little pod devices are great to see if vaping is their thing. These are available at $35 right now to buy off John at Captain Vapour. We will be having some to give away within this 1K giveawayness. So start thinking about those smokers that you wanted to convert that you haven't quite got to yet. Maybe we'll have a device that will help you get to them. Make the transition, healthier lives for many, many more.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I need to stop talking for a minute. Megan, I think we're going to wind it up. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my voice completely.
Okay.
Would you like to add anything, say anything to the peeps?
No, you've pretty much covered everything. You've done all the thanks and all the things, and yeah, you basically covered it all. Only thing that I could that I can think of possibly adding is thank you so much for tuning in on the show today and bearing with our new way of doing our little up and closey reviewy things. I was wondering how well it was going to work, and I was very, very happy with the results. So that was pretty cool. As per usual, if you're not following us already, our details and everything have been scrolling across the bottom of the of our screen, as well as they're down in the description. But other than that, be good to each other.
Always be good to each other, fam. Always be good to each other. John just said that he has dropped the price right now to $25. So if you know a smoker in need and they want to try vaping, can't afford it, maybe you can afford it for them and buy them a wee little pod kit. $25.
That is awesome.
The pods, like I say, are refillable. You just throw these away after a bit of use. You can buy 3 packs of pods for $10 as well. So not much to maintain a wee little bitty device. And of course that comes with its own little special charging cable just for that particular device as well, just because I happen to have all of that right there. But yeah, John just said to me tonight before the show that he'll give some for the 1K, so bless you, honey, bless you. Oh no, we love doing a review when it's literally a chat with our community about a product and how we've been using it. So thank you for providing us the opportunity to give a new product a go that's out on the market.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I run out of my voice, we're going to rock it, guys, and we will see you next week for a first-time tasting of G-Fog juices from Christchurch. And yeah, I'll leave it there. We'll be drawing the Captain Vapour Aite giveaway as well. So you got 7 days to get in on this comp, guys. Just remember we got 2 of those to give away. And yeah. Hang on. I'm waiting for another cough again. Apologies. So always remember, guys, to research your info so that you are informing yourself so that you can educate others and advocate truthfully. Be good to each other, guys. We'll see you next week. We're going to go out on some clouds and hang out for the Zoom link. If you want to stick around and say hi at the after party, we'll be around for a little bit. Mwah. Love is fam. We'll see you next week. John's making jokes about name the coffer. Well, tonight, this is going to be like, what? I love the plumage this wee ditty puts out. It's a great wee edit. I'm not even going to try and do some O's tonight, though. It's even. Stay warm out there, fam, in New Zealand. Keep warm this winter. Keep the winter germs at bay. They're not fun.
No, they're not. I can't see my screen.
Bless. All right, guys. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Be good to each other.